Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us from a viewer. Thanks to Alex Castelletti for this one. Amy activates Heartless Hidetsugu, which is enchanted by Phyresis. What happens? Okay, so let's note that infect means that the damage that would be dealt by Heartless Hidetsugu is going to be dealt in the form of poison counters. That means that every player who had 20 or more life when this ability was resolving is going to be taking 10 or more poison counters. Now, immediately after that ability resolves, the game is going to perform state-based actions. Notice that the game doesn't perform state-based actions until all the instructions on the ability are performed. It just so happens that the damage is going to get dealt to all the players at the same time, but that fact means that it wouldn't matter even if one player took the damage first and then another. Because the state-based action only happens after all of the players have been dealt damage, then it doesn't matter if there was an order to it, or, in this case, because there was no order to it. When these state-based actions are processed, any player who has 10 or more poison counters is going to lose the game. If this causes all of the players who were in the game to lose at the same time, then that means that the game is going to be a draw. If, on the other hand, there is only one person left in the game after this happens, then that person is going to be the winner. If you're playing a deck like this, then you're probably going to want to try to maximize the chances that this is going to happen for you. So how would you do this? Well, one idea might be to try to manipulate everybody's life total. If you can get into a situation where you have less than 20 life and everybody else at the table has more than 20 life, then this Heartless Hidetsugu activation is going to cause you to win. The cool part is that in most Magic games, this is kind of the opposite of what you're trying to do, so it shouldn't be that hard to maneuver into a situation like this. Your opponents might even help you out. Of course, there's also a chance that your opponents might catch on to what you're trying to do, and in that case, you're probably going to need some backup. So for that, I would recommend a card like Pariah. With Pariah, any damage that the Heartless Hidetsugu would be dealing to you is actually going to get dealt instead to the creature that Pariah is enchanting. And so that creature is going to be taking a lot of -1/-1 counters, but your own life total and your own poison status are going to remain completely untouched. So that would work out pretty good, but if color identity is a concern, then you might want to try something like Pariah's Shield instead. That cannot be used to dispatch an enemy creature, but you would be able to play it in any deck because it's colorless. Another kind of cool thing about this combo would be that the Heartless Hidetsugu's damage is not going to cause the player's life totals to go down, which means you're not going to be getting less and less damage on each activation the way that you normally would. So that means that even if someone survives the first time, it's probably a pretty good bet that they're not going to be able to survive the second. If anybody here has ever played a deck like this, I'd love to hear about your experiences with it in the comments. But that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again tomorrow for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.